And if you go listen to any of my shows for the last few years, I've never been wrong on a quarterback ever. And I don't care if it goes from the draft pick. I called Carson Wentz out when he got drafted. I said, watch, he'll have a good year, but he's gonna be horrible. Jalen Hurts is down that road. Justin Fields down that road. Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson, love him as a human. One of my best friends in the world recruited him and coached him in Louisville. You know, greatest kid. Love him. Freak of nature. I would love to have him in college. I would probably have Lamar Jackson as my college QB over any other quarterback that's ever played because of my system and what I run. But saying that, he doesn't translate over to getting NFL wins. And what are we talking about? Like, are you talking about winning NFL games in a Super Bowl, or are you talking about being a freak of nature out there? Like, we don't care about that shit. Like, that's what I don't get. That's what the public persona doesn't understand. It's a results-oriented business. It's not about how freaky you are. We know Lamar Jackson's a freak of nature, but his platform's low. He drops his platform. His mechanics are horrible. He's inaccurate as hell. His feet placement when he steps and throws is horrible. Who's coaching him it's a travesty because got these 7-on-7 trainers out here. I have good friends on the Ravens staff. I've literally reached out to him and said, look, homie, you want to keep it real? Let me have this cat for a week.
Yeah.
And you know that ain't going to happen because it's a media thing. So watch the stuff he puts on IG. Just watch it. Like, why are we throwing 9 balls all day? That's not your issue. Let's throw a hit and a curl and an out and a slant, and let's throw some shit that we need to work on. And you can just see his mechanics have not improved since he got into the league. That is a issue. That is something that is a major problem. And I've literally broke him down on my video stuff. I've broken him down like tons of times.
Do you think something's up with Lamar and with his contract situation? And it feels like, that they're, kind of at a standstill. He's going into this 5th-year option.
Ravens ain't known for paying nobody.
And
like
maybe,
that.
and maybe his time in Baltimore is up. We were talking about the Browns, talking about the Bengals. You mentioned Pittsburgh. Hey, what's going on with that? Is Lamar possibly out of Baltimore, do you think?
Look, man, you guys know, you played in the league. You understand this thing. They start to give you innuendos and little. Yep. They tell you how they give you little things, tidbits on. We don't want you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that Harbaugh understands that he's an old school cat, and I think his brother, his daddy, and everyone else that's been in the business has said, you can't win in this league running around while wide receivers are wide open in the end zone. And he tried it. He was all in. I gave kudos to Harbaugh for putting it all in. Even Lamar's backup was RG3 at the time. He was another Lamar, right? Then they brought in this McSorley cat, another little athlete from Penn State.
Yep.
They weren't the traditional NFL team that had a so-called athlete at Q, and then their backup was some big old slow white dude, right? No, their whole system was predicated in case Lamar went down, they were going to run the same thing.
Yep.
And he was all in. The NFL's never done that, in my opinion. I broke this actually down. They were all in. I think that he realizes that when Lamar scrambles the pocket, breaks the pocket, runs 45 yards laterally to gain 1 yard, when there's guys open that you can't sit your foot in the ground and make an accurate throw, you got to come back to the huddle 40 yards away and then redo it. Your energy is spent, man. I mean, I'm just telling you, I broke him down. I'm just telling you, it's like watching a bad college team play offense in the NFL when you have great running backs, great O-line, great defense. You had Hollywood Brown. Why would you get rid of him if he's your only deep threat for Lamar? If they do play the box to stop the run, why would you get rid of your deep threat? It's starting to show that, force his hand a little and put it on Lamar now and take it off the franchise, when in theory the franchise may be at the point where, I don't believe we can win the Super Bowl with you, because at the end of the day, NFL teams and franchises know that it's a results-oriented business.
Do you think he could be as successful as he is in Baltimore, if not more, in a different uniform?
No, I think Baltimore is the greatest fit he's could ever have. And that's the thing, because I don't believe there's going to be another Harbaugh that buys in and puts a whole system in for Lamar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Lamar is a bad season away from being Mariota.